can't call me old head. Them old rules.
That's what people are saying. Everyone panic sell. Let everybody panic sell so we can start buying them on the lows. I want everybody to panic sell. If you think that the market's going to crash, please do. Remove yourself from the position. Opportunity at $1.80. If you want to panic sell, please do. Let everybody panic sell so we can start buying them on the lows.
The show's about to start. The show's about to start. The show's about to start. Let y'all people get in. The show's about to start. The show's about to start. The show's about to start. Let your people get in. For all y'all that going to do the playback, you could go just fast forward to where we're headed. Can't wait to see y'all. The show's about to start. The show's about to start. The show's about to start. Let y'all people get. Love it. I'm also having it on the computer so I can in real time see what you guys are saying in the chat. So let's get it. 1 minute warning. Also, XRP is going to go to $1.80. Watch what I say. The show's about to start. The show's about to start. Can y'all hear me on the mic? In the comment chat, please tell me y'all can hear me. I'm gonna do a reactionary video for y'all. I think my output's too high, but it's okay. We're using mics today. Here we go. Probably sounds better. Hopefully. Love and respect, Richie D, my guy. My boy Richie. That's a Patreon member right there. Yes, I'm so glad crypto's falling. So glad. Hopefully it'll give me time to get this money up and put it in there. Yes, sir. Good. I'm glad. Listen, when y'all see a crypto fall, y'all should be happy. Y'all should be happy. Today's going to be a little different. I'm going to show y'all a ton of videos. Almost like reactionary, but not. More like a discussion. We are going to discuss together. We are going to discuss. See, I don't like that. It sounds like... Sounds weird. I don't like that. What's that? It's not reverb. It's what is it? Let's see. Pitch. Pitch? Is it the pitch? I don't know. I gotta figure this shit out. Get the guns. Hey. Here we go. Yeah. Alright. Does that sound better? Yeah. We got a show for y'all today. We do. A good show. Hey, Stacy. Thank you for joining me. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Does that sound better? Yeah. Sounds way better. All right. There's a little delay for some reason, but we'll figure that out. I don't like Streamlabs OBS. I am actually more a friend of just OBS. But we are here. Wrong one. Woo! There we go. You like that different camera angle? Like, I can go, hey, how you doing? Hey. But this is the angle we're using today. Very much so. It's cool. Hey, what's going on? This is the Toxic But True Reality Podcast. Can you guys hear me well? You're good? Good. We're gonna do a discussion-based live / video. As people come in, start with 3. Right now we're at 10. We'll probably have anywhere up to 50 to 100 people in here today. And then we'll have about 5 to 1,000 people that watch the video after. And we're growing. Today we're at 7,000.2 subscribers on YouTube, which has all come from my TikTok. But honestly, I'm going to be getting off TikTok. It's dead. First off, there's no monetization. And 2, I'm getting community guidelines for the dumbest things. Like, I'm about to show y'all a video today that I got a community guideline for. And one, it's a theory on the reason they release crypto to us. what I've been pushing for the past 5 years. And one of my crypto influencers today said what I've been saying for the past 5 years. And it's crazy. We have 5 years till 2030 to do what we have to do with this. So it's gonna be a good video. I'm learning a lot. It's funny. Before I wasn't working through this mic. I was just living off the computer and doing it. But now we got this fixed. So let's see what happens. As long as nothing cuts out. I hope. I hope. But how you guys doing? Just JP, thank you for being here. Charlize, Richie, Charlize Angel, I like that. Stacy, thank you guys all for being here. Love and respect. There is no me without you. I feel like this is all slow. Or is that just how I'm talking? Man, I need to fix the way I speak. Drew Boom, my guy. Yes, I know who you are. I know what you really are. That's El Toro, right? I'm pretty sure. Y'all should have the same names though. But no, I'm gonna stop. Let's start this episode. Let's start it off. Which one I want to start with? Oh, don't do that. What's going on?
Who was the one?
Alright.
Who was the?
Y'all can hear that, right? Y'all can hear that. Good. Why won't this show? Oh, maybe I didn't do it. Remove scenes from source. Let me just remove it. I don't trust it. Alright. Where do we go start? Where's it at? Oh, why are they doing this? This is diabolical. Yo. I added all these videos. Visible for both stream and recording. Wow.
Who was the one that?
There's something going on, guys. They are messing with me. See what I'm saying? I set up all these videos, and now, yo, this is diabolical. It really is. Enable dual stream. You cannot do it while live. Wow. But I can. I don't understand that. I'm gonna figure this out, guys. But I got a lot. That came in loud. I know. Maybe I should turn down the monitor, or it's the music. I got it. My bad. I didn't mean that. I'm learning. But the simple fact. Let's see. Restart. Good. Close. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it like this, guys. They want to play with me? Say no more. All right. It's going to take me time, but I'm still going to show you the videos. We're going to start with this. We'll start with Anus Goose, because it is a good video about Oklahoma. Have y'all seen the fog in Oklahoma that came from east to west? I'm gonna show you.
Who was the one that called in the massive bug bomb into Tulsa, Oklahoma? Oh my goodness, y'all. Do y'all see this? This was last night in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you're not aware, you guys, it seems that the fog or the mist has returned. This guy said he was in his balcony and he watched the fog coming from the left to right. This is what he's doing right now. He said the way that this thing rolled in was like somebody turned on a fog machine. He watched it go from all the way to the left side all the way to the right side. This is his balcony, y'all see? Now, while I was reading the comments, people were saying a foul odor followed this fog. And at the same time, when it rolled in, people were noticing that their animals were getting violently sick, talking about nauseating, throwing up, pacing around the house. So what is this? Is this really a giant bug bomb? Now, here's the thing. It's not just happening in Oklahoma, y'all. Check this out from 2 days ago. This is Birmingham, Alabama. You can look at this, y'all. Those buildings, and there's houses all across there seem to be surrounded by this fog, y'all. Now here's the other thing. People in Alabama and Oklahoma weren't the only one experiencing this quote unquote fog. People in Chicago, Missouri, Michigan, Indiana, and other places surrounded was also experiencing this fog. Now in Florida, we have a fog as well, but it's more like a mist. It's not this dense. What is going on over here, y'all? This right here looks like LA a few weeks ago. Y'all know what I'm talking about? But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. I told y'all, man, it's going to get interesting. Let me know down in the comments below. Let's continue.
So yeah, I found that interesting too. The fact that the fog came in from east to west. Fog is north to south. It's not no east to west. That does not happen at all. I don't like listening to that unless it's weird hearing my voice talking to that and the way it sounds and talk. So let me just talk like this until when the video comes on, I'll put the headphones. But that's usually when fog comes east to west, you would say that's some type of manipulation, human manipulation. Because you understand the evaporation cycle, how fog is nothing but clouds. You know, you got evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Simple. We all learn this. When does it ever start east to west? Is that a new thing? What's going on? Oklahoma. Is Oklahoma City part of something? Since pets are getting sick? And, you know, this is alleged. Let's start by saying that. We're just putting facts together. The world we live in is very peculiar. Literally yesterday, last night, we had another airplane crash. Another. And I'm going to show you that video. Did y'all know another plane crashed after Philadelphia? What is going on, bro? This is nuts. I can't make none of this up. I'm going to show you that now if they allow me. Let's see if I can.
There are feds.
No, that one's good. That isn't. Okay. I'm going to cancel these and I'm going to show you this plane crash video. I just have to get it. But actually, while it's doing that, this is what I'll do. As source, media file. But yeah, I'm reading y'all chats. Ain't no one safe, bro. Fog can get inside the houses. Facts. We all got ducks. That's a great volume, Dre. You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Jeez. Y'all can hear me. The Dior bags were spraying something in the air. What is this whole Dior bag thing? I've been seeing that all over TikTok. Like crazy. Let's see. Browse. Oh, it's the heart video. That's why. Boom. Yes, here we go.
Okay, we are now learning about another airplane incident, this time between an American Airlines plane and a United aircraft tug. An aircraft tug are one of those sort of small vehicles that pull or tug or tow planes across the runway. This accident occurred at around 6:58 p.m. Chicago time, and it appears what happened is after the American Airlines plane made a safe landing, the wing of the plane collided into the aircraft tug, flipping it over and leaving the man inside critically injured. The driver, a 58-year-old man, then became pinned under the vehicle after it flipped over. The accident ended up delaying. Okay, we are now learning about another airplane incident, this time between an American Airlines plane and a United aircraft tug. An aircraft tug are one of those sort of small vehicles that pull or tug or tow planes across the runway. This accident occurred at around 6:58 p.m. Chicago time, and it appears what happened is after the American Airlines plane made a safe landing, the wing of the plane...
Chicago has now had an airplane incident. Listen, there's been like seven in the past month. Do you guys know the rarity of that is? That is very rare. Airplane accidents do not happen. I think it's one of them every 60 or 90 days. Don't quote me on this, but to have seven, it was 6 when the Philadelphia incident happened. But to have 7, there's something going on. I then later found out the whole Black Hawk situation had some important I'm afraid to say this, but had some important Russians on it. Russian passengers. And then you see the airliner passengers. There's like this ice skating team. So they are literally sacrificing us the way they are. I got you, Truman. You ain't got to remind me. Whenever you can do it, buddy. I can hear you good. So, bro, there's a lot of weird things happening in the world. A lot of weird things. And you just have to pay attention. I did make a video today saying this, though. And I used Luke 12:2, which is basically talking about, and listen, there's truth in the Bible. As much as I speak against the dogma in the Bible, when it comes to proverb principality of make you a better person, there's a lot of true shit in here. A lot. It's a code book. It's for y'all to decipher. But Luke 12:2 states that darkness will come to light. And for all these people on here that always say distraction, 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 right? But they never want to point to what that distraction they're distracting you from. Ever. They just want to tell you it's a distraction, which means they're just saying it to say it. They don't even know. And mostly the people that say that, it's because they don't even understand what's distracted. But they're using everything to distract them. First off, focus on yourself. All right? How can, again, if you ain't got yourself right, how are you going to figure out or navigate the matrix to find out what it's distracting you from? And this is facts. I made this video today, and something told me, something pulled on my heart to talk about that, because I am directing the majority of my content now to the already awakened. And I believe it's iron sharpened iron. And let me first preface saying this. I'm talking to myself more than anything when I make these videos. So don't get triggered at what I'm saying. Don't. Because when I make a video, I see my face. So I'm talking to me. Remember that. And if you can get little tidbits of information off of me talking to me, good. Because probably if that came across your FYP, you needed to hear it. How can you take the speck out of something else's eye when you got a whole tree branch in yours? Focus on internal things. And you guys see me push this a lot because there's some validity to that. How are you going to know what they're distracting you from when you don't know what you're distracting yourself from? What are you avoiding? So always know working on yourself is by far the number one most important thing over any external conspiracy, anything. Number one thing you need to work on is you. Therefore, you'll be able to navigate the matrix. Therefore, you'll be able to have a keen sense on your discernment. When I see things, boom, I see them instantly. Why? Because I'm working on me, not because I'm rabbit hole diving. This is facts. This is 1,000% facts. And I used, again, Luke 12. And Luke 12 reads, Luke 12, verse 2. There is nothing concealed that will be not disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear of the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. And that's basically darkness coming to light. We all say that, right? I don't care if you're in the dogma or not. That's facts. That's 1,000% facts. So work on yourselves, people. Don't ever let anything deter you from who you are or what you can be. I mean that.
There are feds on this app. You need to listen to me. There are feds on this app. If anyone on here tries to convince you to commit any sort of violent action, that is a fed. Don't listen to them. That is a fed. There are feds on here. You need to listen to me. I know you've all noticed it. You've noticed your algorithms change. You've noticed your FYP has changed. There are feds on here, and you need to listen to me.
Facts.
They are watching us. They are watching you. Have you ever heard of a honeypot? Look that up. If someone's on here trying to convince you to take any kind of violent action, that is a fed. Do not listen to them.
1,000%. Sorry, I had to do that. I don't know if I can smoke on it. I'm just going to act accordingly. That is a fact. Have you guys been seeing these, I don't even know what to call them, these khakied, white scarfed, neo N-words, you know, the swastika people, whatever you want to call them, the supremacists. Have y'all been seeing these groups out on highways and all that? And then you got this Dior thing. That's what that Dior is. Your mic volume is about half-third shared. I'm working on it. Y'all can hear me, right? Maybe I should just speak closer like this. Have y'all been seeing this? Your mic volume is as long as we feed the system. Y'all should be able to hear me now. But have y'all been seeing these groups? And I even said this about the whole XRP shit. When it comes, there are feds on this app. They're talking about TikTok, but they're on all of them. They're on all of them, 1,000%. And I even put it in the basis of, forget the extremist groups, these paid informants in conspiracy talk, these paid informants on political talk, these paid informants on independent journalism, and definitely these paid informants on crypto. How does this not make sense to a lot of people? Why are people, especially crypto influencers, why are they shilling? It's called shilling. Why are they shilling big ass market cap coins with hundreds of billions of dollars for you guys to invest in? How much gains are you going to make off them coins? Seriously, how much gains are you going to make off of XRP? That's $150 billion in market cap when there's 10,000 coins. Huh? There's meme coins that almost are a large market cap. You had to see. I have to. Shit, you're seeing XRP tank right now. It's tanking. Heavy. You know, our coins aren't tanking. High Street's not tanking. You know why they're tanking? Because you have this mentality from this cult. You can barely hear me. How? This bull crap. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, you guys can hear me, right? Heavy. You know, our coins aren't tanking. No, they're good. There's like this weird reverb, but our coins aren't tanking, man, at all. XRP went from 420 or 320. It's not like $1.70. I'll go check real quick. A 270. That's 12% drop. 12% drop. 12.7. About to go on 13. It's 251 now. And guess what? The cult will hold this. They will hold this. It's the only coin tanker. You know, there's a lot of coins tanking like that. I have a feeling XRP is going to make a lower low. Honestly. It really is. All the coins are tanking though. All of them. But our coins are tanking within the pattern. They're supposed to. XRP is not. It is not. And I'll make a video on this. XRP is breaking the pattern and going to the downside. Literally. Hey, what do I know? We'll see what happens. And actually, the pattern that XRP is in right now is an ascending triangle, which is a bearish pattern. Very bearish. Bearish as hell. But we'll see what happens. I mean, why would y'all not invest in low market cap coins? It just doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense. Create your own meme coin, right? Teach me, please. Be part of the Patreon. Just listen, you can download Coinbase and buy the 3 coins I've been pushing like crazy for a reason. And they are micro caps. They're small to mid market cap coins. And that's how you'll get gains. Because again, the market is cyclical. It's a cycle. Know the game. How, at the most, right? Say, for instance, you bought XRP right now. At the most, it's going to get $5-6 bucks. From where it's at right now, what's that, a 1.5x? The coins I'm talking about, 40, 80x. But hey, again, just think about it. Think about it. There's shills, just like propaganda. Propaganda's in the money market. And the video I'm about to show you right now, if you've been a follower of me, I have been screaming this from the mountaintops forever. Y'all remember the Sandlot? Forever. If you know me, I've been screaming this literally from the mountaintops. And the video I'm going to show you is from Crypto Keeper. He's a friend of mine. When I was a crypto influencer, we still talk here and there. And it's about time he said this. I've been saying this. I said this to him, and he was skeptical. But then, you know, once you're in a market or something, you start doing your own research and things start becoming very apparent to you. And I'm very happy that my boy said this. Very happy.
This is going to be a very unpopular. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion, especially coming from someone who's so heavily invested in crypto. But I believe that crypto was created to push forward the idea of CBDCs. Now, let me explain. I think that Bitcoin, which was created by a pseudonymous founder, Satoshi Nakamoto, a person or a group of people we don't know, create this money system that is trackable from the start to the end, all the way through. Okay, great. It's also given to the people first. So the people are able to say, you know what, we're taking our power back from the government. This is fantastic. And on top of that, it continues to rise in price and I can make money in the meantime. Yes, this is all good. While the government is in the background watching transactions, while the government is in the background stacking to the Bitcoin, while the government is in the background say, you know what, watching how blockchain technology works and continuing to build on it, to push forward away from the cash system into a system of blockchain, income, central bank digital currencies. The banks are the leaders. The banks are the ones that want to continue to be able to control you. So they start with Bitcoin, this decentralized thing that a lot of people make a lot of money on, and people believe this is the answer. When in the background, like I said, the government is just clawing at the bit, chomping at the bit, saying, thank you very much. We are going to transfer all of these people away from the cash system and into a blockchain technology system in which it is controlled by the banks, the central banks, and we can watch and control everything. Listen, I still think there's a lot of money to be made in crypto. I'm not being the doom and gloom guy. I'm just saying I think it's a very interesting idea that as our cash system is just absolutely withering away as we have destroyed it, there is a savior coming in, and now the United States is coming in and wants to be the leader in crypto technology. Is that because they want all of you to win, or is it because they want to be able to introduce it to everybody so they can be comfortable with it as they then push in the central bank digital currencies? I hope that I'm wrong, but I'm paying attention to it. I'm going to continue to make money in the meantime, continue to make crypto content. I just want you to know, I believe something is at play here.
Facts. Listen, I've been screaming this, and this is what a lot of XRP people yell at me about. You know what made me not or stop pushing XRP? And I was an XRP maxi, XRP influencer, and so is he. I learned banking because it's a banker's coin, right? So if I was going to be a person who thinks XRP should do what it's going to do, right? I'm a pusher of it, right? I should be smart in pushing that. I should know banking. I should know what fractional reserve lending is. I should understand how 10% of this and 10% of that. I should be very well aware of the fundamentals of banking to be invested into XRP. Anything that you put your money into, you must do at least a little bit of research on it. Me, I was going ham. What the hell? I was going ham. I was going ham on my learning. I mean, I learned how to chart everything because I had a kid and I was just, I was motivated. Well, in what I learned, I learned it's all a fucking, oh man, I was doing so good. That's how many hours we into this? And I just said my first F word. Doing better. I learned UBI, yup, facts. I learned that this is all a scam. And when has the Federal Reserve, let's be real, when has the Federal Reserve ever made people rich at all? And who the hell is Satoshi Nakamoto? And why is Satoshi Nakamoto the name of 4 different companies? And why are those the certain words of those 4 different companies like Motorola, Toshiba, if you know the other 2? Why are those the name of the companies? And why does those name of the companies all combined together translate the CIA? You know what I mean? And then you start looking at what blockchain technology is. You start going through the Masonic symbolism in it, the occult knowledge that's in it, all the hidden information that's in it. And then you start adding the script to it that's in it. And then you start adding these chess moves, and you start seeing that what he just said, let's give it first to the people so the people adopt it and they think they can get rich off it. And yes, we have 5 years. We have 5 years. You're seeing ATMs change. And I'm so glad my boy Crypto Keeper posted that. And that's the video I posted on my page, but I spit my little rendition and added some evidence that's facts to it, and they took that thing down so fast. And I've been screaming that on TikTok for a very long time. And that's the first time they gave me a community guideline. What happens when they give you a community guideline, guys? What's that mean? It means it's a little bit true what you said. It's a Trojan horse. Crypto is. It absolutely is. So please understand, you'll never see me push no large cap coins. Yes, I understand. I'm telling y'all to invest in crypto. It's happening. And I've also given you my play. We got to 2030. It's not going to happen this year. No. It's the boiling of the frog, guys. If they took crypto and just gave us CBDCs right now, what do you think would happen with the people? You think they would be reluctant to accept that CBDC? How are we going to get a CBDC? How are they going to implement the CBDC? Well, you know the play they always do, cause a problem, offer a solution, right? So we have to see the dollar fall. We have to see the dollar collapse. And then we have to see us being able to provide for our families be threatened. Where a week or 2 or 3, there's going to be a run on the banks. We're going to go through something called hyperinflation. And what are we going to look at? Someone to save us, because that's what we always do. And then they're going to give us the CBDC to hoodwink everybody. Hey, we can solve the problem and give you a 1-for-1 exchange. Does that sound like something that they would do? The whole cause the problem, offer a solution. And I predicted this back in 2020. And let me tell you, they silenced my account. They didn't give me community guidelines, but they silenced me. They silenced my outreach, and I was going viral. I went from 1,000 people for crypto to 50 grand, 50,000 followers. Because I mean, I'm a personality. You can understand. And when I made videos on my crypto account, I was trash. It ain't like how I make videos now where I'm very comfortable and all that. No. I was trash at making videos. I mean, I tried. I was trash and I still made it. So it is what it is. But this is coming, guys. It lines up with 2030, which is what? An economic proposal. To do what? To do what? For us to get UBI, what does that mean? There has to be a new currency. There has to be a digital currency. There has to be a registry. We're going to have to register for this. Right now, as of May, I don't know if any of y'all know this. For you to fly domestically in the United States, you need a smart ID, or not smart ID. I got that word. I forget what it's called, but it's a real ID. Not the ID you have. You have to go get another ID as of May to fly domestically. Like your license, your state ID doesn't matter no more. You need to go get something called a real ID. And I'm like, damn, I'm flying March 3rd back to my area. But after that, I can't fly no more unless I get this real ID. What's this real ID? It's another plastic piece of paper. And your ID is going to have a star on it. I think there's something I could say that's an initial registration for this that they're going to start doing. Think about how if we all just go do this, which could be a live exercise, could be conditioning. It's purposeless, this real ID, because we're all about to get digital. Let's be real. I don't understand. It's conditioning. Some will be the V IDs. All that shit's coming, man. It's coming. You're gonna watch the landscape. Straight up. You're seeing the landscape right now. And let me tell you, all these plain things, they are distractions. Even though I'm pointing them out to you, they are. But what are they distractions for? I can't even say on here. I cannot. I can't give you my opinion on that at all, because my opinion would get this deplatformed. Cliff knows, 1,000%. 1,000%. I know what I can and cannot talk about, guys. Even on YouTube, like you would think me talking about crypto in this forum is something I can't talk about. No, I can talk about it, but on certain platforms now I'm not able to. Like TikTok. TikTok is bought, man. Like you said, the FEDs are everywhere. You guys know Soul Illuminati? You ever watch Soul Illuminati do content? ever. And he goes, he'll voice something like when he'll say, there's a reason. There's a reason he does that. But what I'm saying, I couldn't do that with every word. I'd have to go. So then went to the, that's annoying. I can't do it. So there would be certain forms I would record certain information. And that would be strictly through like Spotify, all that. There will be, or my website. I am talking to one of my followers that's going to help me build one. But it's not, if you know, you know. And I shouldn't have to spell what we're being distracted from at all. I should not. I spoke on the end game many times. And transhumanism is part of it. You know what I mean? It is. But what are we being distracted from right now that's pushing us towards that? What legal documentation through the Freedom of Information Act can we go search up that their institute right now, that they're filling all these laws in and then putting it on page 800 out of 1,000, that really what that law is for? What up, Dylan? 160, huh? Or 260, huh? So, yeah, that was very interesting. The next video I'm going to show you guys, though, you guys always know my number one question on this spiritual journey. Y'all know it, and it's why. Why? Now, I'm about to give you an answer to this why, that the best I've ever heard, but at the end, it's still something that isn't answered, and you'll understand, like, why are we here? You know what I'm talking about. It's the only question I have not gotten answered. And the video I'm about to show you is probably the best depiction answer I've ever heard someone else say, but it's not the answer. It's not. And yes, war, Timothy, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's going to be a different type of war. It's not everything we're going through. We're even going through a great reset, but it's not going to be the great reset that we're used to. It's going to be a technological and financial one. That's why they keep installing these acts of 1798, which was a world reserve currency change at that time of France coming to the U.S. Because at the time, France wasn't under the euro. Every country over in France had its own currency. I mean, in Europe had its own currency. Every single one. Every single one. Everyone. And now they are under the euro because of they are part of the Western ideologies after World War I, I'm sorry. But do your little history on money. There's been multiple world reserve currency changes, and every time there's a world reserve currency change, there is a war. Every time. Undisputed history. So we are upon that. Now, what is that world reserve currency change? Could it be us going to another country, like the world reserve currency title, or is it just the money changing formats, which is a possibility? Doesn't mean the U.S. won't be the number one. It'll just be the U.S. dollars changing, and it's becoming a global one. Don't get it twisted. A CBDC, a central bank digital currency, is a vast, broad identification. All right. If you got a French CBDC and a Russian CBDC, what's the difference? They're CBDCs, right? Tell me if that's not a one world reserve currency. Tell me. If it's not a ruble, it's a CBDC. It's not a dollar, it's a CBDC. It's not a euro, it's a CBDC. Tell me that doesn't sound like a one world. Tell me, what's it say on your dollar? What's that Latin it says on there? It already says New World Order. It's all been transitioning to this, and I gotta be careful. I like getting excited, but that's what it's truth in plain sight. It is. They're showing you the illusions of borders and disappearing them through our currency. CBDC is a CBDC. There's no CBDC ruble. There's no CBDC dollar. No, it's a CBDC, central bank digital currency. That's it. They're centralizing us globally, literally right before our eyes. Right before our own eyes. All right, I'm gonna show you two videos. Well, one's gonna be, again, internal. Because if I'm a person who pushes internal resolution, I will show you something that I know all of us have asked. All of us have asked, like, why are we here? We already got to the basic level of, no, we're not put here to go to work and die. No. But once you get past that, once you're awakened, you still have that question. I still have that question. I don't know about y'all. Let me just keep it on the eye. I still have that question. And honestly, it's the number one reason why I partake in psychedelics. The only reason, because where I go at that time, I literally had the craziest idea of what Source was like when he was alone, and he split himself up into all these characters because he was so bored being in darkness alone with nothing, that his boredom makes everybody go through suffering. You know what I mean? Like, I was going dark with it, and I would have never thought like that if I wasn't on psychedelics. But I am a person who will back the using of those illicit items. Always. Literally, shrooms are legal and are traded on the New York Stock Exchange and are given to PTSD people for therapeutic reasons. And they are getting, like, I don't want to say cured because they didn't have a problem. It's trauma. But they are finding resolution and purpose to live instead of unaliving themselves. And if that does something like that, why in the heck is this illegal but legal? You know what I mean? If you know, you know. So I'm gonna get back to this guy talking. You guys are really going to enjoy this one. For the ones who do work on themselves, you really are going to enjoy this video.
If you were to take a hologram, say a picture of me, and you were to take that hologram and split it into 1 billion pieces, infinite pieces, and you took one little sliver, that little sliver of the hologram of the picture of me would contain the entire picture of me, just from a different perspective at a lower resolution. So as we descend from Source, the One, the All, we are simply different fractals of Source that contain the whole from slightly different perspectives at a lower resolution. Because as Source, as the One with complete order, there's nothing to experience other than itself amongst itself. And most people say, well, what's the point? What's the point of being God and having all this power? Well, God, Source, existence wants to experience itself in infinite ways. So instead of asking why all this power, what's the point of it all, and asking that to the universe and to existence, you need to be asking that to yourself. Because the truth is, the purpose of it all is up for you to decide. As God, Source, you could have experienced anything, and in fact, you have. But still, you chose to incarnate as you. Why?
Perfect video. Perfect video. Hey guys, does it sound better now? It does, right? Tell me right now in the chat, does it sound better? I'm learning, guys. Let me just say I'm learning on my own. It's all trial and error. But that video, it's an answer, but not. It's not an answer because he ends with it by saying, that's up for you to find out. Like, it's great. It's great presentation with great answers to where we are from a holographic perspective. You know what I mean? And thank you. Good. I'm a person who always dives into, why the hell are we here? You know what I mean? Like, what is the point of this? What if you don't think that? I don't need you to be part of my Patreon. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? And that's not to be like facetious. Like, I really want, like, I am not doing my Patreon for money. I want to really have my tribe in there of like-minded individuals who look at this life as a puzzle, you know, more than living and dying. Because we know death's not real. We know this. You know what I mean? And I believe in frequency. I believe in vibration. I believe birds of a feather flock together. And that's why you see the certain people that are already in my Patreon. You see that. Will I try? Will there be infiltrators? Absolutely. They'll try. But we have discernment, and they'll talk. They'll try to get in, and I will know who they are immediately because I'm in tune with myself, and I will get them out of there. I even give them their $10 back. I don't want it. I only want like-minded people who want the same as I do and ask that question. Why are you here? And he answered it into a perspective that was from the holographic light matrix, because it is a foundational reason. What are we in? That's why we seek, guys. That's why we're trying to figure out the lies. We're trying to sift through the BS. And that's why we go rabbit hole diving. But we get lost in that rabbit hole diving. We do. We really get lost in rabbit hole diving, and we lose the intention on the reason why we first started this journey. Yeah, a conspiracy probably woke the majority of you guys up. Trading woke me up. Learning money woke me up. You know what trading shows you? And Dylan's in here. You know what trading shows you? People don't realize this. Money is very spiritual. Investing is very spiritual. Very spiritual. If it has a negative side, doesn't it mean that it has a positive side? You know what trading shows you about you? It shows you how you're impulsive. It shows you how you're erratic. It shows you how your ego runs you based off your emotion to what? Get rich. Oh, I want this. Now, why are we that way? Through the images we see of consume, consume, consume. Why are we pushed to consume? What are we consuming? Why is that our driving force? To buy things? What does that do for you? So then you realize the emptiness in it. And they just want you to worship. Suck your energy. See, that's what the whole suck your energy is. That's why everything is made in motherboards. You'll see people say that, but what does that mean? You know what I mean? What are you saying everything is motherboards? What energy are they sucking? We say it all the time. Huh? What is it? Again, what are we? Vibrational creatures, right? We are, right? So what are we admitting when we constantly consume? When we constantly curse our brother? When we constantly backstab people? When we constantly not focus and keep our vibration low? What is that doing? Again, why are they going after children? Because of how high vibrational they are. Facts. Think like a child. Even says in our Bible. The Bible's a code book, guys. And you guys will hear me talk against the dogma of Jesus Christ. Yes. But there are things in all religious sects, denominations that have some validity. They do. It's just that we get this mirage effect that happens to us through what we've been instinctually programmed for, and that's to worship. You are programmed to worship, but you're worshiping the wrong things. I don't care what church y'all go to. Your God is money. Tell me I'm lying. I don't care if you believe Jesus is Lord. I don't care if you've given your life to Jesus. He's not your God, because you live in America and your God is money. That is facts. And that's a cold, hard fact that a lot of people, even Christians, more than Christians, need to come to terms with. I haven't worked in 2 years. And I've hated every bit of it. But you know what it's shown me? I've been more free than anything. I have. And I don't chase money no more. I don't. I chase waking people up. Do you know what that's like? I don't care about buying this and buying that no more. I don't. I care about my son. That's it. Some of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Because you guys go to work every day. When you spend the majority of your time a day, what do you guys spend the majority of your time a day doing? Working. What are you working for? Money. 8 to 12 hours a day, every day. And then you go to church one Sunday. Who's your God? What do you do the majority of your time doing? For what? People kill for it. People cheat for it. People rob, steal for it. They own parents for it. It's a spiritual war, money. If there's an evil side, guess what? There's a good side, guys. There is a good side, guys. There really is. That's why being a service, when y'all can give a homeless person money and not clutch it, that is you not having money control you. It's serious. And you'll start to realize that. And you'll go, I don't get, man, nah. I always bring up I Show Speed. You would think someone as young as I Show Speed, it would corrupt them. That man keeps $5,000 to $10,000 of cash on him because he understands the gratitude that we're the place or position that he's in. And he hands it to homeless people who ain't got nothing. That's amazing. That man is fruitful. There's a reason why he's fruitful. There's something called the law of equivalent exchange. What you give will come back unto you tenfold, especially with the intentions for the right reasons. You are blessed to be blessed. I know be less, I don't understand that, but understand the intentions of what I'm saying. Blessed to be blessed, not be less and none of that. You know what I'm saying. You got to stop looking at so much stuff. You know what I mean? It is spelling, but intentions will always trump spelling, 1,000%. But if you don't have the intentions, spelling will trump your intentions. This is facts. Your vibration. This is facts. He said, Google it. I love y'all. So yeah, I had other videos, but that last video I wanted to show y'all was probably the one I want to show you more than anything out of all the videos. That one. For real. Let's see if I think I have one more. And there's another. And speaking of that, no, I'll show you one more video that speaks on the exact same topic I'm talking about when it comes to being of service. And there are people out there from the political aspect that are good. They just believe, you know, in their politics. What this woman says is facts, guys, what you're about to hear. 1,000% facts. And she's screaming from the rooftop. This woman had 2,000 followers. This video went viral with 2,000 followers because of what she said was so profound. It was spot on, honestly. Spot on. And I couldn't agree with her more. 1,000% facts.
So you just think everyone should have food and shelter? So you just think everyone should have food and shelter? Yes. Yes, I fucking do. And I am tired of people trying to convince me that that's ridiculous. Okay? I am tired of existing in a world where there are dumpsters full of edible food because someone didn't exchange the imaginary shiny rocks for it. Okay? Every single one of our problems can be traced back to capitalism and some asshole who wanted to make more money by doing less, and oh my God, we have enough. We're just not giving it to people. We will do everything but just give people homes and food. You know how much more productive people would be if they weren't spending every minute of their waking lives worrying about how they're going to survive? If you need the threat of starvation and homelessness to contribute to anything, that's a fucking you problem, okay? Get out of my comment section.
She said that so perfectly. Yes, she spoke from an angry perspective, but she spoke so perfectly, man. So perfectly. You shiny rocks. We value shiny rocks over the necessities of people. Look where we are as a nation. And I'm not speaking about you individually. I'm talking about a society. Look at us as a society. Forget nation. We're at war over what? There's people out there, right, that don't have water. And a planet that's 85% water? Think about what I'm saying. Does that even make sense? Why? Why when you go to any type of supermarket, any type of donut shop, any type of convenience store, any type of Walmart, right? They have dumpsters. Have y'all ever seen the waste of food because of an expiration date? You can't hear me? Really? Hold on. Donut shop. Oh, you can hear me. Yeah. Wait. I'm talking, hear myself on here. I have the computer in front of me so I can hear. Like right now, you hear it? Food. Y'all can't hear me. Make that make sense. The amount of waste. The amount of waste. It dropped low? All right, I got you. The amount of waste, right, that is given, it's ridiculous. It really is. Why can't those people just gift that food? Oh, because of liability. Because if they get sick off it, they're done. There's people dying on the street from hunger, but they In America, don't get it twisted. In America. Absolutely. I live in Clarksville, all right? You need a car. There are homeless people out here like crazy. Why can't the Walmarts, donate that? Oh, liability because of capitalism, because of lawyers, because of the industry to sue you. So again, money. It's all going to the root. Money. Instead of human needs. That woman spoke with passion. That woman spoke with purpose. That woman spoke from the heart. And that woman spoke the words that she was absolutely correct. From a foundational basis, why can't we make a law, an amendment, right? Where when it comes the feeding of homeless, wait, can't you get a charge for feeding the homeless? Isn't that a charge to feed the homeless? Ain't that crazy? But we feed our prisoners. We feed the people that rape children, but we won't feed the people that don't commit crime. Yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that. There's nothing to justify. Why don't we create an amendment, right? Where that whole liability insurance goes out the window, like for these people that are in homeless shelters, for these people, whatever, that they just sign a release to say, hey, you are in acknowledgement that this is expired, these expired donuts. As long as there's no mold on these things, give that to them. Even though I know donuts isn't healthy, but they're not eating nothing. You understand? Nothing. I would take an old stale donut for nothing. You're crazy. A bottle of what? Now, we need to get rid of bottles. That's a different conversation. But something, man. There's so much waste that's at McDonald's, Burger King, and you can't tell me that this meat is all beef. And the amount of waste a day. If any of y'all worked at any type of place that is food, you guys know how much waste just from that one building there is. Thank you, Val. Thank you for joining the Patreon. At the end of this, I'm going to show you who my Patreon people are. At every episode, I'm going to thank my Patreon people. But thank you, Val, for joining. If you worked, again, you know the amount of waste. You know. Why can't we feed these people with that? Why is it getting thrown in the trash? Why do we treat animals better than we treat humans? And I know that as a society, this isn't going to get fixed overnight, but there's certain things that we could address. And actually, if our political system did represent us, these would be handled. And guess what? They've heard us, but they're going to handle it the way they want it to be handled. Guys, there won't be no more homeless soon. You know that, right? What I'm talking about, the whole 2030 thing. You guys ever seen state property get down or lay down? That's what's about to happen. Now, the 2030 thing doesn't mean it's going to happen in 2030, but it could be the start of the implementation too. And that's why you're seeing things sign up. Our children will be in full force beast system. And what if I told you had 5 years to make sure that your kids and their kids' could get out, do what you do in these next 5 years? That's how important this is. I'm dead serious. Very well. For the wealth gap is going to be indefinite. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do for it. Nothing. You're either going to be on this side or this side. What if I said you can be on this side? What, would you believe me? Nah, that sounds crazy, right? I'm dead serious. I'm super serious. And being on this side could mean being out the system. Watch real soon how they go after the Amish real hard. You know why they want to go after the Amish? The Amish are the only people today, in America especially, that do not need the government to survive. They have their own medicine. They have their own farming. They totally live off grid. I am scared too. I was upset I had my child, but I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I love my son. I can't wait to see him. Oh, you know. But in retrospect, What did I bring my son into? I think that daily. At least weekly. I ain't gonna lie to you and say daily, but I do think it. I know as parents, a lot of you awoken have thought exactly that. What did I just bring my son into? I'm not pushing fear. I know his death ain't real, but life isn't supposed to be suffering. It's not. And that's all it is. And I hate it. I do hate this place. I don't hate life. I hate what life has become, if that makes sense. And if there's anything I can do to be a service to anyone, I would do it. And trust me, what I'm about to do through this Patreon and the crypto, that the ones that did invest into it, you're going to want to give me money, and I'm not going to need it. Put it that way. And that's service. Information is by far the most powerful thing. Seek information. What information are you seeking? Why you think this war we're in is a war of information? It's not a war of guns. It's not a war of bombs and bullets. It's a war of information. Facts. Flood of sewage with so much raw, or flood of cesspool with so much raw sewage. It's a misinformation war. It's a war of information. Information gets you killed. Am I lying? Information can free you. Shit. Going within is a form of information. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, man. It's true, man. You know, I'm going to end with this, guys, and then I'm going to read the Patreon. My whole life, I haven't been, and I've said this many times to you, I haven't been something that I would say I've been proud of. Today, I am proud of who I am. And it has nothing to do with how much money I have, but how I treat people. What I represent. That's all that matters. And when I cut this off and I'm here, I'm alone. No, I'm in this house alone. It's right now Cliff's son's birthday. They're out doing their own things. I'm alone by myself in this room. What am I doing to better myself? Am I just sitting on the TV? Of course, I'm on a device which is mostly researchable, but they give it to us to have a slow vibration to look at, to Orno, and if you know, you know, to keep scrolling. You guys are given these devices, man. You guys have the world in your hands. You're given these devices. What are you doing with these devices? They gave you the world. You know what the majority of people are doing? What is that doing for you? Huh? Now, you're here with watching me. This is different because we're actually speaking with things of substance. But when you're just... What is that doing? What is that doing? Give you another dopamine hit. Drug addict. Fiend. What are you doing? You got the world in your hands. What are you doing? This should really be an eye-opening statement I'm making. What are you doing? I learned how to trade with this thing. I learned how to make money with this thing. I learned how to connect with like-minded people with this thing. I learned who I was with this thing. I learned what this thing's intentions really was and how people misread it. You all are watching me off of this. What are you doing you could run a business off of this thing. Now, you understand what I mean by that. I'm not saying to be part of corporate America, but you're not using it for that because you're doing this. And that's the word. It's better to run a business than this. And then with this, we can get the hell out of all this. We can get out of it. I will be off the internet one time, at one point. I will, because I will free myself. I will connect with like people like me where we come together and get the hell out of here. I'm not, this is under timetable. This is facts. How soon, I can't just be on the internet making any type of content just to make content. No, I won't be able to say what I'm about to say. So I need to get in position to find like-minded people. Like, we've been waking people up long enough. Now it's time to network. That time has gone. We are in phase 2, guys. Phase 3, disappearance. I mean, that's my plan. I don't know about yours. You know? Just make that. I'm not up here just perpetrating fraud. I don't care about the like button. I have intentions and purpose behind all this. And I wouldn't have had this purpose if it wasn't for my son. That's facts. 1,000% facts. But I'm sorry, the videos, I missed like 3 videos. Tomorrow, I will have a better one for you where I really kink out of everything. I'll do a test and all that. But the videos I did show you, they were still good, man. And every time I make content, please know it's not going to be always about conspiracy. It's not, or it's going to be about what the world is doing. Sometimes we need to just focus on us. We need to put things in perspective. You know, we need to work on ourselves. We need to realize the reality we're in and how we can adjust ourselves to that reality. You know, and then change our vibration so therefore we can change the vibration of others. Because we are all one, whether you know that or not. That is 1,000% facts. Again, whether you know that or not. Oh, we do. We got a new members. I love it. Valerie Acuna. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for really joining it. I'll tell you, total, we're at 25 paid. That's awesome. We started with 1, and it's moving up. That's beautiful. We have Chester Nebbit, James H, Parker John, Jason, and I will also set something up here where it just comes up and it scrolls up and down when I set it there. But right now, I'm going to tell it to you personally from me. Thank you. Thank y'all for joining this. I really believe, appreciate that. Alex Munier, El Toro, my boy, Parker Jason, Anthony Coons, Stephanie LaMonica. What the heck is my phone? Larry Harris, Waka 2024, Pamela Bacon, Nate, Valerie Whelan, Ty Keezy, Big B, Tori Simmons, Blue Cuban 71. That's a cool name, I'm not gonna lie. Chelsea, Ilderos Frios, Wheelchair Saint, Samantha Reeves, Christian Gray. I'm even naming the free members too. Jeff Smith, R. Cherry, Pamela, I said it, Mac, Melissa, Jen Atkins, CJ, Laylo, Dave G, and that is all. If no one told you today, you are loved. You are. I love you guys. And thank you for being part of this. I really mean that. Today's Sunday. Be reverent.